You've seen several cases where women will be like, oh, because you neglected me, I felt abandoned. But then you made a decision based on that. So now you are coming back and saying, oh, it was my fault that
Yeah.
you did that. And now I'm sorry that you cheated. How does that even make sense? Like,
The topic today is once a cheater, always a cheater. Agree or disagree?
ah, I'll break it down into gender specifics. I would say for women, from my experience, I think it's true. And no, nah, I retract. For men and women, I think it depends on. Because now I'm like, nah, that doesn't make sense. Like it depends on the. mm, So I'll say no. But it depends. What the hell? Hey, no.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I thought about it, bro. I thought about it a long time as well, and I came to an answer that I was like, okay, I'm fine with that one. But to be honest,
Maybe you go first, because I'm confused right now. I don't know.
but it's extremely tough. I have to say, once a cheater, always a cheater. I think it's probably the reason that it's so difficult to answer is because of the way the question has been framed. Once a cheater, always a cheater makes it seem like that there are people that are cheaters and there are people
Exactly.
that are not cheaters. And then the cheaters, when they have gotten into that space, they then, for me, I would say, because everyone is capable of cheating, there's no time frame to it. There is no separation in my own book from that's a cheater, that's not a cheater.
Exactly.
Right? So let's say there is obviously this scenario for I have cheated and I will no longer cheat in the future. That scenario is possible. But there's also the scenario of I've never cheated because I'm about to cheat in the future. So it doesn't give you any information. It doesn't tell you anything. You know, there's no information in the idea of once a cheater, always a cheater. The fact that every single individual is capable of cheating is just a matter of time and will and opportunity. It's up to everyone to now decide how they want to proceed with engaging each other. Are you accepting the risks that your partner might cheat on you at some point or any time? Or are you trying to deal with it by checking your partner's phone or by managing the communication with your partner to give you enough information or enough opportunity to trust them? Because the idea of once a cheater, always a cheater, I quickly drew it down to the parallel of, well, is a question of can you trust them if they have cheated before? The point is, it's exactly the same as if they have not cheated. Theoretically, right? Emotions wise, it's different. If someone has cheated on you, if you cannot trust them again, then you will always see them as potential cheaters. If you agree with the explanation, you might actually be able to move forward and forgive. Then if you forgive and you trust them again, it's because you're assuming that they won't be a cheater moving forward. Right? But it's the same as someone that has never cheated. Right? If you decide to trust as well, they might cheat moving forward or not.
I feel like, just going back to the question, I have my answer. I think my answer is yes. That if you cheat, you will always cheat.
Yeah.
I think just literally looking at it like that is simple. Yeah, why am I
Yeah.
supposed to or to trust you again that you won't do that? If you've done it once, I don't need to know
Yeah.
why, but you will do it again. Yeah.
It's done.
So yeah,
Correct.
my answer is yes.
Yeah. From that perspective, I think maybe for me, my answer was more radical in the sense of everyone is a cheater in my book. And then I would take the risk of who I choose to trust. Because I feel like everyone is just capable of it. So I don't want to care if you have done it before or not. I'm risking to trust you today. If you give me the sign that you potentially, don't worry, I don't need to catch you red-handed. I think we've said this before. So, but yeah, for sure, if someone cheated before, I
For
would say
sure.
they will do it again.
Yeah. I mean, why it was challenging for me to answer at first was I was trying to separate, like, why people do it. Then I just thought like, it doesn't really matter, right? Why you did it. Like that's pointless. You did it anyways, and
Yeah.
I have to make
Yeah.
decision based on that action, right? So yeah, because you can be like start going into all these
Yeah.
details, like they are like serial cheaters, like no matter what they will cheat, and they are like, oh, it did this. They are the same. I would even argue that the people who
Exactly.
emotionally cheat are worse because they are like, oh, because it did, they are not, they are still the victim even though they did something bad. It's like, oh, it made me do that.
Yeah.
That in my book is like, you are not
Yeah.
taking accountability for what you've done. It's because of what I did that made you do that. Nah, but you still made the decision to do that, right? So that's even worse in my books. So yeah, yes. Nah.
I think it's
Yeah.
it's all the same. Yeah, the difference is one person has showed that the capacity or capability to do it is no longer a probability. It's a confirmed 100% fact that it has been done. And the other person is, well, you are still saying, well, I know you are capable, but you haven't done it, so I have no reason to doubt you. Yeah, but yeah, anyone that has cheated, just take it. And this is not me giving guidance of if they cheat, you have to leave. The question is again, if everyone is capable of it, who's to say the next one and the next
Yeah.
one, and the next one will do it? It's just take the information that if they cheat, do not think that you are moving forward on the basis of they won't do
Yeah.
it again. You should move forward on the basis of I'm able to take that risk, or I'm accepting that that's what it is.
I think the problem is somehow people
Yeah.
tend to justify that, and the person that is being cheated on sometimes accept that, and they still take the blame. Or like you've seen several cases where women will be like, oh, because you neglected me, I felt abandoned, but then you made a decision based on that. So now you are coming back and saying, oh, it was my fault that you did that, and now I'm sorry that you cheated. How does that even make sense? You know, like
I mean, I have to say, the angle that you are coming from, that victimhood angle, that lack of accountability angle, that's much more common from a woman cheating than a man. Usually, when men cheat, I've seen it so many times. When men cheat, they will accept it with their full chest, apologize if they have to, whatever. But it will never be, I'm blaming the woman for making me cheat. Even when there is a valid reason, when they explain that, but wait, you never let me. You didn't let me smash for 5 years. What do you expect? You didn't let me smash for, you didn't do this, you didn't act feminine. Even at that, they will still know that, okay, but I fucked up. Because if I still wanted to stay with you, I let what has happened get the best of me. But a woman,
you still be saying sorry.